Okay, here we go. Now we've got us here. Let's go find us a game. Let's open a database. And we want to go, I don't know, maybe Lila? I can't remember where I put that stuff. No? Okay. Open a database. Where did I put that stuff? Okay, up there. Let's try chess base. Try pieces. I think it's that. Oh, maybe it's here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's get one that's been annotated. It's not too long. One that Ali won in 38 moves. Take a look at this game here. This one here, Ali won in 38 moves. We'll see. I don't know why this infinite analysis keeps shutting off. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Positions equal so far. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go back to the beginning. Let's pull up the, if I can get this in here, the notation window. And what we need to do is, how am I going to do this? Well, let's see what we got here. So this is all part of what is this open? The Sicilian Velimirovich attack, I guess. Yeah, definitely Sicilian. And he goes right for it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. White is slightly better, black is slightly better. It says here that black is slightly better. Ooh, now there's a move that it doesn't like. It didn't like black doing that. Stockfish doesn't like. Stockfish says that black should move this knight to d7. Although he's only better by about a half a pawn when he does that. He says this switches it to being white of just a little bit. Okay, so white pushes that knight to where Stockfish thought it should have gone in the first place. And now white's got a pawn way stuck out there. So let's support that pawn. Okay, Stockfish has gone back to about equal. I'm going to make Stockfish a little smarter. Let's use about 3 CPU instead of 1. About 3 CPU instead of 1 on Stockfish there. Okay, and we keep on going. White is a little bit better. White still a little better. I don't know if there's any real big boo-boos in this game. Okay, he says that he didn't like white doing that. He thought that white... Oh, he's gone down to depth of 24. And he does keep changing his mind between a couple moves. Queen d2 or f6. There's a king b1 now. Tuck that king closer in for safety. Get him off that black diagonal. But he definitely doesn't like that. The longer you let him go, if you go by this too quickly, it cranks around down in that tree and ends up changing his mind. So right now we're still pretty nearly tied, I would say. See how initially it thinks that's a bad move. Now it's changing his mind, it's making it even worse. This is still less than a pawn. So I don't put too much stock in what these engines say in the first few seconds, because even a powerful engine in the first few seconds can really change its mind. Okay, so we're still... Now it thinks black is clearly better. It thought black was better there. Thought black was better there. So he thinks white's better here. And white should do nd1. White should move his knight down to here. Start bringing it over this way. Move that queen and invites that. So let's trade them off. Push that knight. Now see, I think this is bad. I mean, again, the knight should come this way. This knight is not going to be of any use over here. You know, he's not even worried about the knight taking the pawn, because he got a queen could come down here real quick. So, okay, the rook takes the pawn. Push the pawn. Black is still better. Bishop. This is one of these irritating moves. I don't think it has a long-term goal. It just pushes the queen around. So okay, push the queen around. What'd you get? Okay, now you're going to push the bishop around. I mean, you know, these are silly. He says, I don't care. You can trade the bishop. I can attack your rook with my bishop. And we'll just trade off. So now white has one less rook. And that, again, if you're down, I don't know why you're trading. But he's trading. Because there was no tactical shot to that. Check. We're going to fork the... I tell you, White's made some poor choices there. He should have tucked his king away earlier and not let that pawn get down there. Oh, look at here. Black's got a mate in 12. From this point. How many humans would say, yep, there's definitely a mate in 12 at this point? I mean, now it's a mate in 11. That was the move. And that's the only move to make. Now, he loses his queen. It's not doing too good here, guys. King's run into the middle. And I believe at this point, Leela LC0 resigned. Said, yeah, I really messed up the last part of this here game. We can make some moves to show how the mate works. Only 8 now. Black move. White's got to protect its bishop. Black move. King, run away, run away. This is just sad. Now let's bring the knight into the game. And we push a pawn because why not? There's nothing useful he can do. Three moves away from the mate. Not a lot he can do. There you go. Yay! So, Ali kind of whipped this game. We go back. Where sheep trying to run. Sometimes these controls for these stupid thing is okay, it's running. So he just went downhill through here. Stockfish says black is better, but he's not yet winning, according to Stockfish. He's at the clearly better part. This queen move is where it really shits gear. Before then, White's holding his own. Things are reasonable. There's a little tiffin going around here, which ends up being exactly what wrecks him up. Moving that queen over here, he's got nothing here. He doesn't have any way to get to that king reasonably. These pieces aren't that badly blocked off for defense. You know, there's no Greek gift going on. There's nothing. He hasn't connected his rooks to lift up into here or anything. So this queen move, I don't know why Leela made that queen move, but it definitely just wasn't called for. In fact, at this point, it thinks Leela is up by a pawn. Stockfish says Leela is up by about 100 centipawns, 120 centipawns. And he wants to start switching. He wants to bring the knight over. But moving that queen just was inviting an immediate trouble. Because b4 attacks the knight, so now you're pushing the knight around, and if you move your knight first, then b4 is not attacking the knight. So if we go back to knight d1, let's make that move. Everybody points to it and says, hey, I'm happy with you putting it there. Now what black should do, according to Stockfish, well, we'll see. He was going to do a d5, and then he changed his mind and said, I want to do an a4 instead of this b4. So, it's interesting. The knight, well, see, the knight's attacking this pawn. Even though that, so you push that pawn so it isn't being attacked by the knight anymore, and it would attack the knight now. Now it says White still has just an edge. But he's not the same as when he went that way and he really lost. So anyhow, an interesting game. Ali is using the same neural net weights as Leela. It was written so it could use Leela's neural nets. And it also uses some I don't know, the terminology, I'm always forgetting the exact terminology, but I think it's doing more alpha beta. It's doing certainly goes further down than Leela does in the tree, when you're looking down in the game tree. It looks further. So it's trying to combine, it's like Leela, it's like Ali Stein or Leela Stein. It's trying to combine the neural net with more standard and get the best of both worlds that way. Hi, my stupid webcam on this laptop is off in the lower right hand corner. So if I was sitting where I'd normally want to be and watch, and I have the screen at an angle I'd like it to have, you'd end up seeing my belly and not even seeing my head. This is the dumbest, and for this is a ROG Strix 2. This is supposed to be a gamer's laptop, but they put the stupid webcam. This whole big thing they made about how the bezel has to be really narrow. Like, who gives it? I don't. So there's a narrow bezel, and that means you can't put the webcam up on the top where the bezel is, because that would make it bulge out, or you'd have to have a thicker bezel there. So they stuck it down in the bottom right corner. They didn't even put it in the middle, where it would be at least putting the guy in the. See, I'm sitting way over to the right of the laptop. I am basically sitting in front of the numeric keypad instead of over here toward the right hand edge of the spacebar. It's got a really short spacebar on this guy too. I don't mind the keyboard. I didn't want to make a complete video about this, but it is irritating that, webcam, I'm going to have to buy a separate webcam and set it up just to get a better picture when I'm doing this. I mean, looking up my nose. There you go. Hey, how are you doing now? Math puns are the first sign of madness, just in case anybody wondered. Okay, well, we're done with this now, so I'll see y'all later. If I can remember the keystrokes I think it's this. Nope, it's this. Nope, it's not that. Oh, that's a save the game brought up for that. Didn't do anything. Control S does that. Huh. Well, we do it this way.